Hi, this is Rebel. I'm the Rebel Reseller. This is going to be my first what sold video. I'm going back for the last week and show you just some of the highlights of things that I have sold to give you some ideas of things that you could actually be looking for at yard sales, estate sales, consignment sales, thrift stores, wherever it is that you're looking for things. This month so far I have sold 277 items. In the last week I've sold 122. eBay's a little bit slow right now for me.
It's the 19th, right?
It's the 19th, yes. So I'm still on track, probably 500 to 600 items sold between eBay and Facebook. I didn't pull anything for Facebook, I forgot about it, but alright, let me go ahead and get this started. Again, I mentioned in a previous video, I don't do free shipping. I charge flat rate for first class packages, and then I do calculated shipping for anything over £1. So the prices that I tell you will not be including the shipping. Alright, first item I have here is an Applause Burley Bear. It's from 1980. I sold it for $13.45. Next is this vintage Rubbermaid revolving canister. I bought this recently at an estate sale for $10. It actually was filled with flour and sugar and stuff like that. So I cleaned it up, got it listed, and it sold within a week for the $35.95. This is a Dandy Purple Unicorn. It sold for $13.45. This is a Disney Eeyore floppy plush. There's several in this series. Pooh is included. I sold it for $16.16. This is a good example of a brand that I love to buy. It's Spark Create Imagine. It's a Walmart brand. This is a 6-inch rattle plush, and it sold for $13.45. This is an example of things I like to buy. You can get these in the bins from Goodwill, at yard sales for very cheap. I like to buy lots of little figures. This is a Mattel Winnie the Pooh and Eeyore figure. I sold them for $9 for the set. This is Fisher-Price BJ Dinosaur. It's from Barney. It had a little sound box on the inside. It shipped out this morning. It sold for $13.45. This is a Russ Santa Claus. Christmas sells all year long. I don't keep stuff aside. I sell it. I list it when I get it. And it sold for $13.45. This is a huge bear. I've had it for a while. It's by Dollcraft. It was 24 inches. I bought a bunch of this older plush at a yard sale. I think I paid less than $1 each, and I sold him for $14.67. This is a Wedgwood christening set of Peter Rabbit. It's a cup, plate, and bowl set. My husband does most of the packing for me for breakables, and I sold this for $22.45. It is something that I much appreciate him doing for me and watching over me make these videos. This is a musical Christmas bear by TB Trading Company. It's 14 inches. I'm pretty sure I picked this up at the bins, so it would have been by weight. So I probably paid about $1 for him, and he sold for $22.45. This is a Hallmark Angel Bear. Again, probably from the bins. I tend to buy a lot from the bins, and he sold for $11.66. This is a How to Train Your Dragon baby dino. I bought this at a consignment sale. There were several dragons in a bag. I think I paid $3 for all of them, and he sold for $11.66. This is a Kidget's baby blanket. I picked it up, I think, at a yard sale for 50 cents. It sold for $19.76. This is a Bandai Strawberry Shortcake Mermaid. I bought a bunch of strawberry shortcake at a thrift store one time. This is one of the last ones, and I sold it for $21. I think I paid $5 for it though. We have recently got a Finders Keepers store in our area. We've been the last 2 weeks. On Wednesdays, everything is $1. And I got this Hedstrom 3D model set. It was actually a 6-pack to each of the 3 different types of models. And I've sold the first 3-pack for $9.16. This is a Smurfs Micro Village. I got this at a consignment sale. I want to say I paid $3 or $5 for it. These are very tiny. Let me show you the picture with the tape measure. Something to remember, I keep a tape measure taped on my picture area, and usually my last picture that I take always will be with the items on next to a tape measure so that the buyer knows exactly what size these are. But this, as you can see, each of those squares was less than 3 inches, and those figures are tiny. But I'm very happy that it sold for $49.95. This is a Sanrio trifold binder. I got this at an estate sale for $1. I really had hoped that it was going to sell for more, but I went ahead and took a $20 offer this week. I got this at the bins a couple weeks ago. At first I thought it was a Barbie head, but I found out that it is actually a Mattel Little Skittles doll, and she's actually more rare than some of the others. Her name is Trikey. But yeah, I sold this head only for $9, and she couldn't have been 5 cents because it was pay by the pound. This is a Bolo. If you don't know about it, I went to a consignment sale, and these Playtex Nurser bottles, some of them are from the 90s. The ones that I'm showing here are from 2005. These are the drop-in bottles. They're very popular. I bought about 60 bottles for $84 at that, and I have almost sold them all. I sold this lot and this lot to the same person, and she paid $37. This is a Manhattan Toys dog. I always pick up this brand. Very nice quality. He sold for $13.90. I love to buy Fisher-Price Little People. I usually sell most things individually. I did lot this one up, the Wishing Well, with some yellow fences. This person also bought this set. It's the fences that go with the dollhouse, and she paid $18.50 for the set. This is a Tiger Tails Lovey. The knotted Loveys are very popular. I think I probably picked this up at the Goodwill bins, so I didn't pay much for it, and it sold for $10. This is a Gons snowman called Blitz. I actually picked up 2 different sizes of this same snowman. I think one was 19 inches and one was 12 or 13 inches. This one sold for $33.44, and it went GSP. Also at Finders Keepers, the last time we went, we bought a bunch of these the binders. We had the cassettes, and we paid, everything was $1 that day, and I've sold this first one for $10. This is an Aurora gray elephant. It was lying down, very cute. I sold it for $18.55. My husband and I love to do puzzles together. We have probably 50 to 60 undone ones upstairs waiting. We always have a puzzle going on our coffee table, and as soon as we're done with them, I take pictures, we bag it up, and I list it and sell it. This puzzle sold for $9.84. This is Melissa and Doug wooden dollhouse figures. I picked up a bunch of these at the bins and just slotted them together, and they sold for $19.95. These are Scramble Square challenge puzzles. I like to pick these up. When I was a teacher, I had lots of these and my students loved to do them. I also had students from other classrooms come to borrow them all the time for free time in their class. They don't normally sell this high, but I think this puzzle with the bears is a little bit more harder to find, and I sold the two of them together for $15.76. I'm not quite sure why that's doing that. Okay. This is a Commonwealth plush sheep. I like to pick them up. This one's very unique that its eyes are actually the same cloth. They've just been kind of dyed. Kind of reminded me of Miss Noah. I sold this sheep for $40. This is a Mary Meyer fawn plush. Very cute. I like this brand, but it's kind of a slow seller. But I went ahead and listed this, and it sold for $20. I always pick up Peeps. They are very popular at Easter time. Believe it or not, these are only 4 inches, and they seem to be the most sought after. And I sold just these two within a week of listing them for $11. This is a Lovey by Kids Preferred. I will pick up Loveys all the time. This one I sold for $25. This is a Hobby Lobby Jaguar plush. I found it at the bins. It was clean, so I went ahead and picked it up. Couldn't have paid more than $1 for it, and I sold it for $17.95. I got this, I believe at an estate sale with a bunch of other things. It is a Baby Dior sheep. I listed it just a couple of weeks ago, and it sold for $33, and it went GSP. This is an example of why I like to just pick up small figures. This is a 2-inch Bob the Builder Pilchard cat. I found at a yard sale, I believe. I always grab up a whole bunch of them, and they'll usually sell them for 50 cents or $1 for a whole handful, but I sold him for $12. This is another Applause Brown Bear plush. Sometimes Applause does really well for me, and sometimes it takes a while, but I sold this one for $40. I picked these up recently at a thrift store. It is Naruto anime books. It's 3 of the 3-in-1 books, so it's volumes 1 through 9. I paid $4 a book. During my research, I realized volume 2 is highly sought after, and I had lots of people asking for me to split the set up, but I sold it within a few days of listing it for $53.95. Now, these last 3 items are my thrills for the week. This first item I featured in my haul that I just posted today. I actually sold this over the weekend and shipped it out today. It is the Fisher-Price Slumber Babies. It's a pink rabbit. I picked it up at a church sale for less than $1. I bought a whole lot of stuff for $50. And I took a best offer of $95 for it, and it went GSP. This I picked up at a thrift store a couple weeks ago. I picked it up mainly because it was Manhattan Toys, but when I got home and looked at the tag, I realized it was Fraggle Rock, and the dog's name is Sprocket, and I took a $100 best offer on it. And this is the best sell of the week. This is Learning Curve Dinosaur Train. I picked this up at a consignment sale a couple of weeks ago. I think it was in a huge bag. I think I paid $20 for the set. I'm going to give you a close-ups of it. If you see any of these trains or any of these dinosaurs, pick them up. I contemplated splitting these up and selling the figures separate. This is actually several train sets together. Some of the trains are motorized and some of them just make sounds and light up. But I went ahead and kept this together, and it sold for $185.95. I hope you have enjoyed this. I really like doing this type of stuff. I really love selling toys. I really love selling plush. It's something I have done for 22 years. I buy a lot of old stuff that nobody else probably would, and I wait for the person who is going to appreciate it. If you have anything that you would like me to discuss in future videos, please make comments at the bottom. Please, obviously, like, subscribe. I'd like to keep this channel going. It's something I've actually started enjoying. Getting a little bit more comfortable, but I'm still very nervous about all of this. Thank you again. Have a great